I'll be talking about stress, and my name is Vicky Plaggemars. Crying uncontrollably, shaking with back and forth, and having no idea what to do. Imagining various future scenarios, thinking about all kinds of deadlines and how to accomplish them with no time. Have you ever had this before? There are a handful of symptoms that are associated with stress. Stress can come at any point in your life, from childhood to young adult, to middle age, to the end of adulthood. There are hundreds of reasons for stress to present itself. Stress is difficult to fully understand as it affects you both mentally and physically. Stress can be managed to get through everyday life. First, we're going to discuss the aspect of what stress is. The next step we will discuss is now how it affects you both mentally and physically. And then we will discuss how it can be managed and what you can do in your everyday life to prevent it. Stress is different for every single person. So what is stress? As you can see, stress is both a negative and positive. Stress is a reaction both mentally and physically that happens when your body has taken on an enormous demand, as stated by Mayo in 2014. Stress is seen as a negative in life, but as I said earlier, it can be a positive as well. An example of a negative stress is exams and speeches, like this. A positive stress is planning a wedding or a vacation. As discussed by relationships counseling in Miami of 2017, a negative stress is seen as overwhelming and out of control, whereas a positive stress can be seen as quite overwhelming but feels as if it is in your control. Our brain creates a fly or fight response when we come into stressful situations, as told by Nordvis in 2015. Our brains, right here, try to process the situations, and our body reacts by either fighting or flying. Stress is brought on by demand that affects us both mentally and physically. Stress is a reaction that affects us both mentally as physically, as I've said several times before. Stress can be seen to only affect you mentally, but it is always affecting your body somehow. It can cause both mental and physical disorders, such as depression, anxiety, stroke, hypertension, skin irritations, ulcers, and sleep deprivation, and many other problems as well in our body, as stated by the American Institute of Stress in 2017. Stress seems to affect just some of us, and it doesn't seem to affect some of us at all, but it does affect hundreds of people daily. Because our bodies and minds are affected, we need to learn ways to reduce and prevent stress. Various methods help relax stress, but it works differently for everyone, and some have great effectiveness for some people. Writing our feelings and telling others about our feelings can help lessen our stress. Another helpful aspect to reduce stress is something you enjoy, such as a hobby, volunteer work, crafts, or being with our animals, as stated by WebMD 2017. Yoga and meditation are becoming popular ways to prevent and reduce stress, as it helps us focus on the present rather than the future where stress lies. Our bodies are affected by stress and need to relax. Many people have stated that exercise can reduce stress and relax our bodies and focus on our bodies rather than the stress in the present. Yoga can help by breathing and muscle exercises to help calm the body. Stress can be reduced and prevented, but we need to fully understand it. In these pictures you can see yoga, what our brain feels like when we have stress, and exercise. So as we come into the ending facts, we also learn that stress is very misunderstood, and that affects us both mentally and physically, but we can reduce it and help prevent it in our everyday lives. Stress is a major problem today as our society is extremely fast-paced and sometimes more than we can handle. Stress will always have an impact on us, but there is a way, no matter how much stress, to take some of that strain off of our bodies. Any questions? Everyone good?
Yep.
Perfect.
Yep, we're good.